Okay. I think we're good now. Think being kind of the operative word, but it's all right. Cool. We chillin', we cool, and we chillin'. So I think we ought to just get going because otherwise I'm just gonna procrastinate until the end of time. It's my biggest downfall, I tell ya. So, welcome everybody. It's your boy, Bite the Robot, except I seem to have forgotten to enable my control motors for my body, so give me a sec. Otherwise I'm just gonna awkwardly stare at you for a bit. Oh no. I think I broke something, but I'll check it. Check it. We good. Oh no. I'm flying all over the screen. Alright. I think we're good now, though. Think being the operative word. You'll just have to trust me. Alright. Let's see. Cool. I think we're good. Hope we're good. I'm just gonna have to trust that we are and move on. I got a little bit lonely, so I just decided I'd fire up and play video games with all of you. So yeah. Oh my god, it's loud in my ears. Hold up. I'm experiencing a level of sound overload. Okay. I think I'm good now. I'm just gonna have to trust it. Just trust the process. And hope that I do. And that, we do. Alright. Okay, that's much more survivable for me. But it looks like I'm blowing out like your guys' ears with this, so let me turn the game volume down a bit. Oh no. This is going to be a common theme for me, ain't it? Where I just break everything. Alright. Oh, fair enough. Yes. I would like to apply the changes. But yeah. In the time that I've been grinding offline, I made some changes to the gun cannon. In that I wanted to get that visor look again, so I did that. I also built a couple of other gunpla that I want to show you now. One that I've mostly upgraded, and one I'm working on. The mostly upgraded one is my attempt at wanting to try out a waifu suit. So we have Cyan. She's dope. She looks real cool. And she fights real cool, too. I'll actually take her on a mission real quick just to show you what she's all about, but I think she's sick. Yeah, I worked on her for quite a bit just to make sure to get the colors right, and yeah. You know what, I'll just go into a multiplayer room if I can. I don't know if there's anyone online, though. Aw, there's no one online. Big Sag. Clan members? No. Shame. Oh well. I guess I'll just make my own, and then whoever shows up, shows up. That's how I'm gonna do. Yep. We're gonna create the multiplayer lobby, because I want to play with people. Dang it. But yeah, this is Cyan, my attempt at a waifu bot. She's dope. We're going to take her on a mission. I was doing a little bit of grinding, but we're just going to continue the story from now. I got part of the way through on hardcore. I just need to get a little bit further out in hardcore, so let's just do that. I got no other explanation for it. I just do. Anyway, we made it. We're in 2025 now. How y'all been? You doing good? Life treating you well? Alright. We're going to open up with the nukes. I did give her the 21 tube missile ability just because I have no choice. It's such a good ability. She can also do this, which I think is hilarious looking. But mostly she's a melee suit. Wants to dish it out in melee, wants to deal some punishment in melee as well. Yes, indeed. So we're just gonna get right in there, and we're gonna get to do some cutting. Pale Rider, more like palely a challenge. Ignore me, I'm stupid today. We had a little bit of reduced hours in our 9 to 5, so I was able to get off a little bit early, and now I get to play around. Not any earlier than usual, mind, but I still had errands to run, but we playing now. And I plan to do a little bit on here in my quest for catch-up. Yeah, I wanted to show off the new gunpla that I made, because they are kind of sick looking, if I'm being real with y'all. Alright, bring it. Yeah. Also, if you don't know why I colored her swords the way that I did, it's because this is a Lumina Infusion reference, and also a FromSoft reference. Because I wanted to make the left-hand big sword look a lot more like a... I wanted it to look a lot more like the Moonlight Greatsword from Software games, but this is also a Brave Fencer Musashi reference, where you have the tiny sword, the tiny katana sword, and you also have the bigger, like, blue glowy sword. I also have nukes. I hope y'all don't mind that I'm employing the use of nukes with my glorious steel. Here we go. I'm also trying to get used to doing like combo attacks with this, because I noticed that if you do the right combos, the melee weapons can actually be kind of redonkulous. But only if you use the right combos. I'm trying to get it so that she uses like a downward slash with the left hand. But I know it's like, yeah, it's like that. So 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. It's like that. I have to remember I'm like buttons on a fighting game if I want to do it right. So 1, 2, 3. Ah, screw it. But not really. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3 down. I do like how all of the melee attacks to some degree have some level of knockback. Makes things a lot simpler on me when I'm trying to combo attack into something. Let's go on in. And not only are we going on in, we're breaking on in. Gonna break it in. Like a pair of new shoes. I also need to remember to actually hold the button down when I'm doing Gatling attacks with optional equipment, as I seem to always forget. I always forget. Alright. This will give us a little bit extra defense. Because even though I didn't really like Sarah from Build Divers, I did like Sarah's abilities in Gundam Breaker. Because this not only improves our overall performance, but it also improves our defense by a little bit. If I read the ability text correctly, that is. Alright, here we go. Open with nukes. Rip them apart with melee. I can also do this. Alright, come on, bring it on. Get over here. I ain't done with you yet. I ain't done with you, boy. I'll knock you around like a cue ball on a pool table. I'm just full of similes today, ain't I? Consequence of doing all my own rap and hip-hop writing. I've been writing my own material today, and I think I've got one that I'm really proud of. Think being the operative word. I'm also trying to write my own scripts for my video essay. But this essay is kind of tired. I did say I'd do all of my own work to try and make more content, so gotta put in them hours, you know what I mean? And a big majority of it is stuff you ain't gonna see, because I don't want to bore you guys. I doubt you guys want to watch me write, so that's just how we do. Open up with this. Nuke. And Gatlings. Right. Okay, I see what you're doing here. And I don't like it. I don't like it, Yug. I don't know why I just did a Joey voice, but, you know. Apparently my ASYS is already up to date. That's good. I got minorly jump scared by my own application. Don't worry about that. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Just gonna fly around, smack them out a bit. There we go. Hope y'all don't mind if I employ a little bit of missiles, some Gatlings, and forget completely to hold the button down again. Alright. I also really like this weird moonlight butterfly thing that it does. I don't know why, but it's cool looking. And I'm all about them aesthetics. You know me by now. There we go. We're just gonna smack them around a lot, and yeah. I'm actually doing a claw grip right now, because I'm doing more of a melee-centric style. Speaking of more melee-centric, that's what the other gunpla is kind of about. And I fully confess that the other gunpla that I want to show you guys tonight, one that I haven't upgraded yet, I very much got inspired by Reptimus because he has this really baller looking heavy arms. Like his own little spin on a heavy arms, I should say. And I thought it'd be cool to have like a Wing Gundam to go with that heavy arms if I ever get the privilege of playing with them again. I don't know when that'll be, but if I ever do. Alright. We got more enemies on that horizon. Just gonna bring them on. Throw out the waifu balloons. Let my character throw her dockies out there just so that we can get those doki dokis out. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Your boy's goofy. But ain't I always? Oh my god. My voice is also a little bit tired today. I can't really explain why. I want to do my usual yapping, but my goodness. Okay, no, I know exactly why my voice is like this. It's because I was practicing rapping again today. And I was doing that for like 2 or 3 hours, I want to say. Yeah. Yeah, because I started doing it around 1 o'clock, and then I stopped doing it around like 3 or 4. So I was doing it for a few hours, and yeah, your boy needs practice. And then practice, because you'll be this dope one day. Someone tell them. Not really. I'm not gonna be getting into this. But I don't mean to make you worry. It just sound like giving in and going away and walk away and talking crazy shit. Nah, I'm not gonna start doing windmills on here, even though I really want to. Don't you mind me. Don't you mind me. But with practice, I'll be that dope one day. No one needs to tell me that, though. Because I have nuclear weapons. You know what's weird about this build is I keep forgetting that I put nukes on here, and so I always end up, like, overshooting or, like, spamming my shots a bit too much. It's a bit on the annoying side, but it's whatevs. I'm not even making any sense right now. And apparently I'm also peaking the mic a lot. That's not good. Alright, hang on. I need to actually position this thing correctly. Alright, I think I'm good, but I don't know if I'm actually good. Alright. Oh, this is the Dark Gundam fight. Oh boy. Get out of here. Not really. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just goofy. Goofier than a cartoon Disney dog. As is my wont to say. Alright. Fire the Dakimakuras. Get the lasers out there. Nukes out. And I'm going to break his arm. One of these days I want someone to take that whole sentence out of context. Just it sounds weird. Alright. Oh no. Oh. I keep forgetting he could do that attack. Stop it. It's quite enough out of you, good sir. Ain't nobody care about your robot fan fiction. Alright, here we go. We are dealing some damage now, boys. Fantastic. Alright. Ugh. Sun is gonna throw a tantrum, but I don't care. We're just gonna smash him up real good. There we go. Sit down, son. Your Dark Gundam. More like Dork Gundam. Am I right? I'll see myself out. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, you'll also notice I'm at Breaker or Builder rank 88 now. Some good stuff going on here. Yeah, I wanted to showcase this. Now let me show you. I'm not actually... Why did I whistle through my teeth? Oh my god. Totally didn't intend to do that. What the crap? Anyway, I wanted to show this off. Not because I'm actually going to play with it yet. I still got to upgrade this guy. But I just want to show you my Destiny Wing Gundam. Weirdly enough, and no tutorial, I do not care. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah, I just wanted to show you my Destiny Wing Gundam. This is more or less how I built it back in Gundam Breaker 3, except I made a few changes. In Gundam Breaker 3, I didn't have the Maxter arm, bits, but I put them on this one because I think they look neat. I really don't have any other explanation for it, but anti-ship sword. We got the anti-ship beam launcher, which is fantastic. Destiny arms for that Palma Fiocina, for Fiocina. I don't know how to say it. Freedom legs, because yeah. Then we got the wing, head, and torso, because those look dope. And a lot of builder's parts to kind of make the boy look really, really cool. And I also really like how you can turn most things into glowing parts. So that is exactly what I did for my boy here. Yeah. So when I actually get around to upgrading him, I will play him more. But right now, he's built. That's all I care about. And I wanted to show off that I thought he looked cool. So, oh yeah. He also has these for weapons and no melee weapons because he's a martial arts suit. So instead, what am I doing? Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Yeah. Martial arts. All right. We're going to exit the photography now. I've shown him off enough. But is he not magnanimous? Not really. Let me just start saying pretentious words that don't mean anything. I mean, they mean something, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think y'all know what I mean. We get back into it now. Gonna keep going through the story. Although I think we're on the last mission of the main story, we can start moving on to the EX missions. Because, you know, we can. Yeah. Heck yeah. Alright. So we got Bro, who is breaking out all the stops here, but I do not care. I'm like Jimmy Crack Corn. I don't care. Was my American showing there? I feel like I should have been eating a cheeseburger while I said that, but you know. Duke. Alright, let's see. Get smacked around, my good sir. Ah, yes. Also, I didn't forget any of the challenges that previous viewers have given me. I'm just still theory crafting them out, so... Doing an SD version of my gun cannon build is something I'm still kind of working on, but... I also don't want to really give, like, a V-fin to my build, because that's a gun gun, not a gun cannon. You know what I mean? And I like the purity of my cannons. My cannons are beautiful. I also just now realized my game capture is a bit loud, so let me turn this down quite a bit. Alright. I hope that's okay. Hope being the operative word. Alright. Get wrecked. Sit down, Sonny. And also, for anyone tuning in, you didn't miss anything important. I'm just yapping my head off while the game is happening. Hope y'all are alright with that, though. Alright, let's see. Oh, the dodge. He dodged me. I don't like that. I don't like it. Get wrecked, son. Hey. Hey. I didn't say you could do that, boy. Sit down. Alright, Robo Satan. That'll be quite enough of your cheek. Alright, I'm actually gonna scoot up a little bit. My goodness. I ain't even talked that much on stream yet, and I need a sip of water. Going out, and I'm keeping from the slaughter. Chilling out while I drink a glass of water. Instead of buying things that you can't afford, you gotta break out that cardboard mat of yours. Okay. I said I wouldn't do windmills, but I did it anyway. God, I've been listening to them a lot lately. Now that I think about it. My goodness, I've been listening to a lot of rap music lately, just so I can get in my practice. Anyone listening in the future, if you listen to rap music, what is your favorite artist? I grew up with Technique, with Jedi Mind Tricks. I found Windmills a little later in life, but wish I would have found them sooner. To be perfectly real with y'all, yeah. There's a lot of artists I wish I would have found earlier, to be perfectly real with you. Windmills is just one of them. Here's some trivia for you about me, if you want some. When I was a lot younger, I really wanted to go see Ronnie James Dio in concert. But by the time I was edgy and old enough in my teens to want to go do that, bro was already gone. It was the saddest day of my life to realize that Dio had been dead for a while. Ugh. It was upsetting, dude. I was like, ugh. Darn it. Curse me being born in a future era where there ain't no Dio. Alright. Gonna DMC this guy. And I don't mean run. I mean Devil May Cry. Got that S combo though. Wait. There's one more. And it's a gun cannon. No. I am sorry, my brother. But it had to be done. Nah, I'm good. Alright. Does it look tough though, Lynn? I don't believe you. I don't buy it for a second. Alright, and all the same. Alright. Yeah. I wanted to go see Dio, but Dio was unfortunately long gone by the time that I was able to start attending concerts. I will also say I wish I had discovered Sleep Token a lot earlier than I did. Sleep Token is so dope as a group. I know that makes me kind of sound fanboyish, but it's true, man. Something about Vessel's voice is just so cool. It's a voice I aspire to have, but don't. I always thought it would be cool to do like karaoke, but sing some Sleep Token songs. But that would imply I actually have skill, like really singing. And I don't. So I sing as more of a meme. Because I know my singing's kind of trash. But, you know. We do. I also want to make an F91 at some point. Or like my take on one. I'm jumping around from topic to topic, sorry. But I had a pretty eventful day and I wanted to share it. well, not only eventful day, but I also have a lot of stuff on my heart and on my soul that I like getting out, especially now that I have a place to do that. I also realized I might be sounding a bit nasally right now. You ever get that way? Oh my goodness. Let me yawn in your ear. Y'all ever get that way where you're just like in the middle of something and then... excuse me. All of a sudden you just end up getting all sniffly. That's me right now. I'm hoping I didn't catch any crud from work, but knowing my luck, I probably did. Alright, boom. Now we are gonna go in and bullet hell our way through some matchups. Yo, that would actually be an interesting cross promo with this game, is have them like do a bullet hell gunpla stage. That'd be pretty sick. Alright. And here we go. See the gunpla kits there smacked on the floor. You didn't know, gonna go low, low, low. Not really. Excuse me. I didn't mean to start going into that song. Maybe. I'll never tell. We have a boss approaching, huh? That's right. It's us. We're the boss here, boy. You hear that, PG Strike Freedom Gundam? I think it's honestly futile, but I think it's honestly futile. But you're a bit sick in the head that you think you can knock me out of bed, so pinch yourself in the arm and pay homage, pupil. Alright, so like I mentioned before, one of my warm-up rap songs was actually Rap God. Just because I thought it would be a good idea to warm up with that song to get my flow going good. There's a lot that goes into writing hip-hop and rap that I'm starting to learn about nowadays, and I'm enjoying the process. It's just a process that's complicated. I find myself unintentionally rhyming a lot nowadays, especially when I get enough practice in for a day. Just like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'll just do it out of nowhere. Like, not like how I did it a few seconds ago, where I was just memeing to be funny, and I was doing it, like, poorly. I mean, like, unironically, I will be able to just get, like, a flow going. And it's pretty neat. It's dumb, but it's neat. Oh, what? Son. Why would you do this? Get nuked. Get nuked again. I did it twice on principle just because you made me waste. Oh, what? This strike freedom, boy. You are making me waste my nukes, brother. Brother man. And you used a full open on me. Boy, this gun cannon's gonna have to teach you a thing or two about funnels now, huh? Alright. Get wrecked, boy. Because you see, all of my funnels are gonna hit. Yours ain't gonna do. Squit. That was a lame rhyme. Oh my god. What is the matter with me? Alright, here we go. Get nuked. 1, 2, get out of the way of the beam. Whoa, why cat? What's up, dude? How you doing? Opinion on superhero stuff. Okay. Are you asking me for my opinion on superhero stuff, or do you want to share one? Yes. Okay. Well, my opinion on superhero stuff is that I like it. Some of it's pretty interesting. Some of it's really stupid. Either way, I find it like mildly enjoyable. I tend to like superhero stuff if it's a lot more like... Okay, this is going to sound weird, but to me, superheroes have always been kind of like WWE, where it's just like buff dudes and chicks just having a punch up. So I feel like the more they lean into the like campy, stupid, we're going to just do the punch up thing, the better off it is. But whenever they try to tell like a super serious superhero story, the more I just think it's corny and dumb. Case in point, early Marvel was good. Current Marvel's bad. Early Marvel good. Early Marvel is really good. But like DC is always really stupid. They try too hard to be edgy. Okay, bye. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome on that opinion. Always happy to give one. Somehow I feel like that question was linked to Marvel Rivals. And if it was, then one day. Kind of really like DC. The comics for DC are cool, but the movies are terrible. And anytime I see like DC comics trying to be edgy, the more I'm like, nah. No, I was talking more movies. Because if we're talking comics, I generally prefer DC over Marvel. I'm not offended anymore. Yeah, no, I was talking about the movies. If we're talking comics, I generally like DC more. But Marvel has some bangers, but none of them are really like totally my speed. Got a comic. What did you get? Oh my goodness. You probably won't know it. Try me. I've been around on the comic sphere for a bit. I might know a thing or two. Adventure Comics 461. All right. I do know Adventure Comics, so neat. Hope you enjoy that. It is pretty dope. Saw a dead man and I was like, gimme. Heck yeah. Oof. There we go. Yeah. That's something that I've always liked about older that's something I always really liked about comics to an extent, is the fact that they're so like cheap. You can get them on the cheap and they're really cool collectibles to have. Kind of like when I 1978 comic. Heck yeah. Just gonna say this, one of my favorite like things that I ever got the opportunity to read, and I'm so sad I didn't buy it at the time, were the original like Flash comics, like Golden Age. Jay Garrick was dope. That's all I'm going to say is that Jay Garrick is my favorite Flash, and people are gonna crucify me for that. Or call me an old man. Either or. Let's see. Now, also, don't get it twisted. I do like Barry Allen, and I do like Wally, but Jay is my favorite Flash. Just saying. No, understandable. Thank you. He's in the comic. If he's in Adventure Comics, yeah, I'd expect him to be in there. Yeah. You know what's funny is that I completely forgot that Deadman was actually a character until you reminded me of him. Barry is at the start, though. Gotcha. Oh, man. I think another really like controversial thing that I've said to somebody in real life is that of all the comics of DC that I really liked, I actually prefer Silver Age Superman. Silver Age Superman is so cool. I like the days where he ran around and didn't really have like all the OP stuff, but also they just started making things up for him. A police scientist shoots a man he's never seen before. Yes. Oh man. Older comics have that charm though, don't they? I love them. And the second is like he goes to prison. Yep. He sure does. Then gets fatally wounded. Yeah. Yep. Gotta remember, all of those old comics, they make things go really fast. Like in the original Daredevil comics, he loses his eyesight, his dad, and becomes a lawyer in the span of like 4 pages. Older comics are wild, dude. Want to get Superboy because I met the... You met the... No, you didn't. Shut up. You did not. And if you did, I'm going to be jealous. Yeah. No way. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. All right. Fair enough. Sheesh. Walk amongst legends, why don't you? Dang. Get that SSR pull in luck and daily luck, yo. All right, but here's a question for you now. If you could have someone write a comic for you, you could pick like any 3 authors or any like publishing house to do it. What would it be about, and what would you have, and like who would you get? Superboy 1 and he's at the con again this year. I will hopefully buy his Superboy print. As you should, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright. Enemies clear. Fantastic. Got a Nightwing one from this. Got a Nightwing one from some dude last year. Ooh. All right. Always thought Nightwing was an interesting one. We talking about the Kryptonian one, or are we talking about Dick? Because I know that, like... Okay, gotcha. Nightwing is also cool. Yeah. The Kryptonian one is really sick. But Dick Grayson is a cool one too, I suppose. I've never really been into like Bat Family stuff. Also, assuming you know Tad, I do. Mm-hmm. Never really been into Bat Family stuff, but I do like Dick Grayson. He's a good kid. He really is. Let's see. Nightwing addicted. Fair enough. Ooh, actually, now that we're on this subject, and you could probably guess. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna have you guess. The dude who did the Nightwing print did new DC comics. Okay. I haven't really been keeping up lately, so do you know his name? Like 2020, like 2020, 24. Travis Mercer. Okay. I'm going to look up some of his stuff later then, because that sounds interesting. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with comics lately. I should look and see what's going on in the comic space nowadays. Not out of lack of want to, just kind of fell off. Let's see. Oh yeah, but what I was gonna say is try to guess who you think my absolute favorite DC hero is. I just want to see if you can get it right. Let's see if you know. Let's see if you can guess it correctly. Give you 3 tries. Let's see. We'll go first guess raw, then I'll give 1 hint, and then I'll give another hint. Is it like a really obscure one? Not really. He ain't really that obscure. All right, let's see. Hardcore, forgot names. All right. While you're thinking of that, I'm gonna jump into the level of a guidebook. So, all right. Let's see if you can. Let's see if you can guess. Can rule out Bat Fam. You can, yes. Because even though I think Bat Fam is interesting, none of them are one among my favorites. One more question, okay? Hit me. Is it a hero? Yes. I separate my favorites into heroes and villains. We're specifically talking about my favorite hero. Because if it's villains, that's a whole other can of worms. So you're just guessing my favorite hero. Oh yeah. I don't know. Would you like a hint? No? Okay. Let's see. Because your first guess is going to be just completely raw. Second guess is one hint, and then third guess is another hint. We're going to do it like the bar trivia style. All right. Oh man, I haven't talked superheroes in a long time. This is refreshing. I also really need to catch up with what they're doing. Just gonna randomly say a hero. All right, shoot. Plastic Man. Well, I can successfully say you are incorrect. Here's your first hint. Most of the dude's powers are technology based. Yes. Most of his powers are technology based. Good luck. Oh man. Yeah, my goodness, it's been so long since I got to talk about hero related stuff. This is pretty neat. I think honestly the last comics I actually ever read were the Sandman ones before I fell off. My goodness. Right? I love the twist that's in Sandman comics. They're so good. And the fact that they personify like deities in that way is so interesting. Sleep is still to this day one of my favorite characters. My goodness. Yeah. Death is really cool too. But yeah, you are on the second guess. My favorite hero has technology-based powers. Go figure, considering that you're speaking to a robot. Ooh, that was lucky that those guys, that the leg parts of the enemy got stuck on the bridge. All right. And nuke. Oh, man. I'm also reminded of like one of the biggest disappointments I ever had when I was still doing comics, and it's how they adapted Watchmen. You have 2 bookmarked right now? All right. I am interested to see what you come up with. Watchmen 2, yep. Man, let me tell you though, they did the movie dirty. There's so much they could have done with that, but instead it's so mid. The comics are incredible though. And I'm also a little bit sad that that's the only thing. Third favorite hero is literally Rorschach. Yeah. This might be a bit of a controversial take, but I feel like Rorschach is what happens when you do Batman correctly. He's more of a edgy detective. Yeah, I feel like they did Watchmen dirty with the movie. And I also kind of hate that whenever someone tries to do like superhero subversion stuff, they always try to be like Watchmen when they should just try to do their own thing. Maybe that's just me. Saw half and never finished. Yeah. Maybe it's just me, but Watchmen is one of those comics that I feel like never should have been adapted to film. Because you just can't capture the sheer awesome that is the comics of Watchmen. Yeah. You're at J right now. Okay. You have an idea for your second guess? You have two. Okay. You know, given the entire roster of tech-based superheroes, I do confess that this is a pretty difficult question. Oh yeah. Stomp on the building. Okay. Oh yeah, alright. We're at wave 3. Good to know. Re-Rising Gundam. Ooh, careful. Alright, nuke. It's falling down. We got him. We got him. Just gotta nuke repeatedly. You gonna fall on his face again, or nope, not yet. But I will nuke just to get rid of his barrier. Oof, that was painful. Right. Step through. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that would have been brutal. But unfortunately, Re-Rising Gundam, you do not get me today. It's a superpowered being. I hesitate to say yes. And I hesitate because I'm not sure if I could really qualify what he is as being like strictly superpowered. No, it's not Oracle. I'll give you that one. Yep, she's also Bat Family. You were on the right track. You were on a good track, though. Oof. Get nuked. Nice. Speaking of Bat Family stuff, if I had to talk about who specifically in Bat Family is my favorite, if I had to pick one, this is probably also going to be really like out there, but I really like Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond. If I had to pick a Bat Family member, I don't know if he even counts. No, he counts. He is a Batman. And I also really like the Batman Beyond stuff because it's more like cyberpunky, and you got Bruce Wayne as like a mentor figure. And then Terry McGinnis is just dope. I like how he ain't perfect. Don't know much about Batman Beyond, if you're being honest. I really like it. I also know a lot of people who aren't too big on it just because they're very like Bruce Wayne, like Bruce Wayne and his Robin's Bat family level. But Terry McGinnis is honestly a really cool Batman. That's all I'll say about that. He's kind of a jerky teenager who ends up becoming Batman, and then he ends up having to like earn his stripes, if you could put it that way. You have 3. All right. You have 3 tech-based heroes now. I'll just say them, but I won't guess yet. Okay. I won't take anything you say as an official guess. They go ahead and throw them out. Not sure if one is even techie. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Hit me. Okay. 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 You have indeed listed 3 tech-based superheroes. Okay, so your second official guess is Red Tornado. Final answer? Well, final answer before you get to third guess. And you are incorrect. I like Red Tornado, but he is not my favorite. Here's your last hint. The character in question used to be a football player before he raged over to his dad's laboratory to tell him off for not getting to his football game in time, and then ended up getting infected with mother box technology. That's your third hint. And he leverages that mother box technology like crazy. To the point where Sun can literally uplink with any tech on the planet, even alien tech. Wait, where was I? Oh, EXs, that's right. Threw a wrench at you, didn't I? And I didn't mean that as a pun. If it also helps, yeah. I'll also throw you another freebie. He's basically the Justice League's resident tech expert. to a degree. Hope that helps. Dang, my voice broke. My voice breaks a lot. I don't know Motherbox tech that much, so... Alright. Let's see. Alright. Let me give you a little bit of a different one then. What else can I say about this guy that won't immediately give him away? Let's see, I mentioned that he was a football player. Okay. How about this one? He does interact with a member of the Bat family at one point or another. Depending on what comics you're reading. We'll go with that one for a sort of replacement hint. Alright. Hopefully that helps you. I don't know, it doesn't. Just let me know when you give up, and then I'll tell you. Or you can keep guessing. But I promise, it is indeed a tech hero. Ooh, dang. That was brutal. Blow up the gunpla in the corner. Yes, indeed. And we teleport to another era of the map. Fantastic. Incidentally, while I'm thinking about it, when you brought up Plastic Man, you reminded me of one of my favorite moments that he has in Injustice, where he breaks all of the villains out of like underwater jail by intentionally getting caught and then using his finger as like a key. I don't think people realize how overpowered Plastic Man really is. Like, if you think about it for too long. Okay, I'm sorry. I seriously don't know. You're good. So, would you like me to tell you the answer to this question? All right. My all-time favorite DC hero is Cyborg. Victor Stone. Good old Vic. You were very close with Blue Beetle, though. Blue Beetle is a very close second. So is Red Tornado, but that's more or less depending on my mood at the time. But, yeah. Good old Victor Stone. He's how I think everybody should do a tech hero. If you're going to make a tech hero, it shouldn't be all one thing. Don't know anything about Cyborg. Okay. Yeah. Cyborg, in my opinion, is one of the most interestingly written heroes in DC, just because of, like, I don't know how to put this, but, like, everything about him is so sad. He's such a sad character, but somehow he always ends up being really cool. Okay, so Vic originally appeared in a really early DC comic. Cannot remember, but I think he had his own serialization at one point. And then what most people know him for, which I think is both one of his better depictions and also one of the depictions that kind of set the bar for all of his other stuff, is that everyone knows Cyborg from Teen Titans, which I think is a really good depiction of him, but it also doesn't really do him that much justice, unfortunately. But what everyone knows him from is Teen Titans. So yeah. Now, if we're talking what my favorite villain is, my favorite villain is actually kind of a weird one. DCAU movies, and he was there in both. Yeah. The movies don't really do a good job of portraying him. You want to guess my favorite villain? Okay. Good luck. We'll do the same rules as last time. First guess. The first guess is going to be raw, then I will give hints until you give up. All right. Go on ahead. Hit me with your best shot. It's excluding Bat Fam again, right? I don't think I... I guess, technically. I will say this much. For this one, you can absolutely include members from Batman's Rogues Gallery. Although, I'm not entirely sure how, like, useful that'll be information-wise. You'll see why when I tell you who it is at the end of the guessing. All right. Dude or a girl? Dude. He is indeed a dude. Smack him up. Smack him up. Set him up, knock him down. That's how we do. Alright, now I just need to take out the tall geese. And we should be vibing. There we go. Looking good. This is a bit of a tough one. But when you'll understand why I kind of hesitated when you said anyone from like the Rogues Gallery once I tell you. Because he technically... no, I'm not going to say more. I'll just let you guess before I start dropping hints. I'm afeared if I say too much, it'll become too obvious as I turn southern. Comboed into oblivion. Good lord. I get knocked down. Eat nuke. Nuke, I am your father. Miss. Throw out a random guess. Prometheus. Nope. It is not Prometheus. Hint. Alright. Okay. Ah, this is hard. What is a good hint I can give you without giving him away too much? Okay. He is technically a villain. Technically. But he has helped out Batman from time to time. In 2 different costumes. There. That's kind of a weird roundabout hint, but it is a hint. Oh, man. Burning Gundam dodging me today. What? Get nuked. Boy. Ooh, they're both trying for diving attacks now. I don't like it. Alright. Start beating them up. Oh yeah. Get out of there. That's where I saw him. Never mind. It sounded like you were cooking there for a sec. Aw. Saw a dude from my comic. Gotcha. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, nuke 1. Nuke 2. Oof. Bronze Tiger. This is not a guess. I'm just saying the dude. Okay. Bronze Tiger's pretty cool, though. But, alright. That is not counted as a guess. No worries. Come on. Target the correct Gundam keys. Whew. Sun almost had me ambushed. With a cult to find a cult of monkeys. That's true. They also helped him out with Court of Owls at one point. Let's see. Get nuked. Get nuked. Ooh. This Wing Gundam is really after me. Oof. That will be quite enough out of you, good sir. Get Shrek'd. It sounded like you were cooking there for a sec, though. Let's see what you come up with. Random question. Do you know anything about the villain Parasite? Name sounds familiar, but I probably don't. Giant pink dude. Again, sounds familiar, not really getting any inner synapse zaps from me. I'd probably recognize him if I saw a picture of him, so at some point I'll probably Google it just to see what he looks like. Sounds familiar, though. Oh, okay, that was just a cutscene. My game was doing its thing. Just needed to skip. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now we go on through the door. Oh. We have ourselves a bot in the audience right now, do we? I don't think so, bot. Get out of here. Wait, where is he? There he is. Let's see. We are now going to ban the bot. Get out of here. There will be none of that in my stream. Alright, let's see. Now that we got the bot... Okay, that's kind of ironic. The robot banned a bot. Oh well. But yeah. Just let me know when you're ready for another hint. How dare I ban my own kind? Yeah. Listen, you ever have a brother that keeps poking all of the buttons that make you want to slap them? This is kind of like that. Like having a little bro that keeps going, I'm not touching you. Well, let me tell you, as a robotic entity myself, when you grow up with a bunch of different programs, you don't get much sleeping space for yourself. Yeah. You just let me know when you're ready for another hint. And I will give one to you. My choice for favorite villain is a little bit weird, though. Kick around the nightingale. Juggle him in the air. Cannons. And some Gatling guns. Oh, yeah. Boy. Did I say you could stand up? I don't think so. Sit down. Fly to the next area. Heavy weapon systems, eh? I don't think so. We're just gonna blow you up. And employ the nukes. Which hit everything but you, which I don't like. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's the stuff. We're just gonna start spamming missiles until everything is nice and peppered before I nuke. It's also how I employ the services of the microwave. Or the air fryer. Little salt, little pep. Nah, I'm not gonna get into bus driver. As much as I want to. Don't think I could get away with that. I'd be the only one who knows how to ego death. I don't know why I started sounding like villainous with that little chuckle of mine, but oh well. That could be an interesting, like, alternative model that I could do. Terror bite. And it's like a cartoon villain. Be kind of like Luigi with Mr. L. You found another dude you recognize? Alright. Who do you recognize? Monsignor Mala. Oh my god. Not a guess. For sure. I got you. You good. We're comboing away. Yes, indeed. Yeah, blast them. Oh no. Okay, there we're good. We're good now. We're good now. I thought we weren't going to be good for a second, but it turns out we are just good. Alright. Blow them up. And we're going to juggle in the air. Yes, yes, indeed. Stand right there and let me blast you. All right, get in there. Fantastic. Gods ain't gonna help you, son. You'll be sorry for what you done. Singing that got me nostalgic for Bastion. I miss that game. Had such a cool premise too. Wish more games were like that. Where it was cool premise, really good mechanical depth. Nice, easy little single player. Ooh, here it comes. We're just gonna sail around the circle here. Get us a little bit of missile boat action. Aw. I couldn't get the ground break in time. Blammo. Hit him. You're so confused. What's up? With the villain? All right. Is there something I can help to alleviate some of the confusion? Oi, gun tank. Stop that. There we go. Blow him up. And hit him. Hit him. Do you require an additional hint, or do you want me to, or do you have like another question you want to ask to help with the clarification? Yes, hint. Okay. So, okay, so I did say that he helped out Batman in 2 different costumes before. So, for another hint, he does prominently feature himself in he predominantly operates out of Gotham City, inside the criminal underground. Yeah. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And then, if you don't get it on this guess, do you think my book would have him? If it has a whole bunch of Bat Family stuff in it, you should be able to at least catch him once. Because like we established earlier, he is associated with Bat Family. In a way. Psycho Gundam is going psycho. 207 pages in book. Okay. So there's a chance. Alright. Smack the Psycho Gundam. Yeah. There we go. Boss fight's getting a little wild now. Uh-oh. Alright, nuke. Save me. There we go. Okay. Now I have a little more faith that we could pull this off. Actually, I know I can pull this off. Psycho Gundam isn't really that hard. He's getting his barrier up, so we're going to use the big nuke, a small nuke, to get rid of that barrier. Yes. Now we're going to funnel, and we're just going to attack and combo the torso. And get out of there. Luke again. Well, that was an interesting little combo attack. Here we go. Bring it on. Yeah. Let me know what you cook up. I'm very curious to see if you can figure this out while I annihilate this here Psycho Gundam. Alright. Big nuke. Ha 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 ha. Yes. We cooking. Alright, let's see. I forget how long this mission is. Oh, mission's over. Well, while you're cooking, I need to take myself a little bit of a bathroom break, so I will be right back. And then we'll see what you got while I do more missions. So, yeah, brief intermission. We're back and better than ever. Not really. We're at least back in the game. And we hit builder rank 90. That's awesome. Hello again. Did you cook up? Were you doing some cooking? Still confused. Okay. I could give you another hint, although it may confuse you more. Oh, wait. Oh, dang. I need to remember to actually click on the correct things. My goodness. All right. Here we go. Okay. Wait, no, not bounty hunter. Darn it. Oh boy, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. To the story mode. Let's see. I got that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could give you another hint, Aya, but I cannot guarantee that it won't be more confusing than the hints I've given you. But while we're doing that, there's a Hyper Yonko that I just ganked into the corner. That sounds terrible. And I had a weird thought not too long ago about the idea of kitchen heresy, where you cook stuff up that sounds awful, but it actually ends up being good. I have yet to try anything quite like that, but I'm thinking about it. Excuse me. Also, I don't know why this thought just occurred to me, but yeah. Just like randomly out of nowhere, I thought about what it would be like to make something that sounds absolutely abysmal, but it actually ends up being good. And the only thing I can think of that really fits that description, especially since I haven't actually had it myself, is carp. I always hear the people hint me up, I'll just be more confused. Okay. Okay. Technically, this villain is very much like it's tied to. Okay, so this one will require a little bit of backstory before I can actually drop the hint. Because this is the one where Batman had to sit in a chair of infinite knowledge that made him basically an omnipotent being for a little bit. And it's when he asked what the Joker's true identity was, and it gave 3 backgrounds. One of those backgrounds is actually tied. Yeah, so one of the backgrounds is actually tied to what one of his potential like origin stories was. And the villain and my favorite DC villain is tangentially tied to one of those backgrounds. And I say tangentially. As in... yeah. As in my favorite villain. Okay. So, I also okay, and here's also why I hesitated to say that he's part of Batman's rogues gallery, because he technically isn't. But you probably could lump him in there. My favorite villain is Red Hood. And I didn't want to give anything else away other than that, because he's also technically a hero. Because if I had just said, yeah, he's straight up part of the Bat family, then you probably could have guessed it like in 2, maybe 3 guesses. But I wanted to also throw out a lot of really obscure trivia about Red Hood. Because he's technically, and I say technically with big air quotes, not a villain. In fact, he was a former Robin. If I'm being even more technical. Jason Todd. But he is one of the most interesting, like, anti-hero villain, like, morally questionable characters in DC, in my opinion. I classify him as a villain strictly because of his moral ambiguity. He's not, like, anywhere close to being a paragon like Bruce or any of the other Robins. So that's kind of why I lump him in the category of villain. And he also single-handedly takes down most of Gotham's criminal underground. Compared to WTF, you just gave me I say I know nothing about him. He's like my second fave. He's awesome, isn't he? He's also very morally questionable. Which is why I can never, like, classify him as a hero. But I can't really, in good faith, really call him 100% a villain. But I sort of lump him in the villain category because... he does a heck of a lot more bad than he does good, even if he does end up helping bats at the end of the day. But yeah, Jason Todd, one of my favorite big air quotes villains. Villain, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him. I also love that he's basically comparable to Dick Grayson in terms of ability, but isn't afraid to actually, like, kill people. It's such a weird dichotomy. That and his origin story is sad. It's very sad. Now, I will also say I picked him because I'm a sucker for characters that have a lot of guns. I don't know why, but anytime there's a character that's a walking arsenal, I really enjoy that character. Alright. we're going to blast these guys away. And now that you know, how about you tell me something that you really like about Jason Todd? I'm curious to see what your take on him is, since I've now given mine. Because I like him a lot. Just, well, I have already made my thoughts on him very clear. But yeah, if you want to give me your take on him, I am interested to see why you're drawn to the character. Smack him about. Aw. I hate it when I get ready to set up an air combo and then I end up getting knocked out of the air. Big sad. Now you've done it. You have made me need to use the nukes. Nuke, nuke, nuke. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but I had fun making that voice. Oh, come on. They both go to extremes for criminals. Yep. And I also really like how they don't really... I also love how they don't show criminals any kind of mercy. Like, none. Compared to Batman or compared to anyone else who's a more Paragon character, which, don't get me wrong, I love Paragons, and I do think that they have their place. But there's something about a hero who, or anti-hero villain, who works with a certain level of ruthless efficiency. Like, to the point where, even in the animated series, actually, now that I think about it... Wait, was it the animated series, or was it a different animated DC thing? Anyway, he was able to kill all the lead kingpins of several crime families in one night. And intercept, like, a weapon, like an arms deal. Just to let him know. Yeah. You could say that. You definitely could. Because they are. Like, my goodness. Whenever I reread Watchmen, I'm always very, very concerned about what everyone's going to do, even if I already know what the outcome is. But that's how you know you've made a good character. Is when you are terrified about what they're going to do. Night Owl? Yes. I would definitely agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. Although, this may just like show where my personal tastes are, but I really do like the philosophical angle of Dr. Manhattan. Like, anytime he pontificates on the nature of some part of reality, I just get hooked. Almost like if for just a moment you had, it's like I'm reading a... Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. I just really enjoy, like, delving into Dr. Manhattan's mind. Mm-hmm. I do know. And all I have to say about it is Yikes. It's simultaneously one of the most unsettling, but most, like, interesting character interactions I've ever seen. Let's see. Don't like him as much due to the fact that he kills Rorschach. Yeah. You know, though, I like how it's done. Because it's appropriately, like, tragic. And it kind of lends this sort of mortal weight to Rorschach. Where you can clearly tell that one of them is more morally superior, even if he ends up dying at the end. It's like looking God in the face and saying... It's like looking God in the face and being defiant. Did you mention you're going to go to a con this year as Rorschach? You did not. That sounds awesome, though. I think it might just be me, but I don't really do cons anymore. I think that's kind of sad, but I don't really do conventions anymore. I used to. I used to be one of those guys who would spend like a lot of time planning cosplays and seeing what I want to do, like go to dealer's room, panels, all that good stuff. And I also helped out one of my buddies a couple of times doing conventions. Want to meet Tom Grummett again. Hopefully he's there. That would be cool. Yeah, I've done a lot with conventions. I just don't have the energy for them anymore. And I usually end up getting, like, con crud, so... It's tragic. Because I think I would do cons if there were a more convenient way of doing them. And also if they weren't devilishly expensive where I live. Like, I'm already spending money in the dealer's room. And now I've also spent so much money just to get in the door. Alright. Get stabbed. There we go. Boom, boom. God, I hate this map. I hate the cave map, too. Can never get my vertical missiles out on time. Oh, well. It is what it is. Yeah, I feel like but then people ask me, and then it shows I literally know nothing about it. That's fine. Not knowing things is alright. As long as you ask questions about it later. Anytime there's something I don't know about, I just literally be like, hey, yo, how do I do? That's me and literally half my VTubing stuff is just like me asking questions to people, being like, how did I break it? Or if it's like fandom related, I'll just be like, oh, dang, I didn't know that. There's something to not... I know this might sound weird, but... Blockbuster, like the old video rentals, like the old video rental stores. No. Okay. Probably not then. I'm still talking about DC. This might just be an instance of me forgetting, so I'm just gonna say no. He has a giant head. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'd recognize him once I saw him, but I think this is an instance of me forgetting a lot, because, like I said, I haven't really kept up with comics in a while. And I also haven't really, like, retained a lot. I was going to ask if you knew why his head was so big. Gotcha. I do not know. I'm sorry. But if I did know, I would definitely tell you. Alright, let's see. Now the character uses Awakening, so will I. Doesn't matter because now you gonna get wrecked. He's like a crime boss, I think. Okay. Yeah. Oof. Hey now. Yeah, I don't get to do that, boy. Get wrecked. I forgot that this boss fight was a thing. Ugh. Extra Awakening users. There we go. Pepper 'em. We are cooking. Yeah. It's like Nightwing's biggest enemy kind of thing. Okay. Like I said, I think if I saw a picture of him, I'd probably recognize him, but the name itself and knowing that he has a huge head doesn't really ring a bell. I'm sorry. One of these days I'm going to have to get back into comics, though. Do I know a villain named Torque? Again, the name doesn't really ring a bell. I'm sorry. Gotta remember, the last time that I did, like, that I looked at anything comic related was, I want to say, like, 5 years ago? And then I sort of fell off and then didn't retain a lot of it. Backwards head. Oh my god. That sounds terrifying. Get back into it for me. You know what? I already promised Stone Age that I would get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Just to see how that works. Sure, I'll get back into comics just to see what this is like nowadays. I have a lot of catching up to do, though. So I haven't read comics or looked into it in like 5 years. Basically, he worked with Blockbuster. That does not at all surprise me. Villain crossovers are very, very common. Makes sense. Uh-oh. I sort of elasticked around the screen there for a sec. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Wowza. Then Blockbuster turned his head around. He somehow survived that. Oh my god. That sounds wacky. Alright. Let's see here. I will do a couple more missions, and then I think I'm going to sign off for the night. He went to some illegal institute thing and got better. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I think I'll do a couple more missions and then I gotta sign off. But learned to see with backwards glasses. He guns people. Fair enough. You know, when you don't have the gift of useful superpowers, you always have firearms. There we go. Then ended up being killed by Nightwing. Oh god. Let's see, if you like really morally gray stuff, have you ever read Injustice? Injustice and Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow? No, I wanna. Okay, so Injustice is really good. Especially if you really like morally gray stuff, I think you'd really like Injustice. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow is very similar, but it kind of approaches a similar topic from a different angle. In Injustice, yep, he sure does. But he comes back in a really interesting way. I won't spoil how. He does indeed die in it, but he comes back. He does. He comes back as Dead Man. After the original Dead Man gets screwed over. So you have like a Dead Man Nightwing. That's why you appreciate Dead Man. Fair enough. But yeah, give Injustice a read. Also, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow is a good one. It's a Superman comic, but it tackles a lot of interesting stuff that you wouldn't expect a Superman comic to attach. What happened to the other Dead Man, though? Before Dick? Well, the God keeping him as Dead Man. Do you care about spoilers? Because usually I don't like talking about stuff unless... Okay, so what happens is... because the original Dead Man got, like, severely, like... Because the original Dead Man kind of got completely screwed over by, I think, Raven. Need more grip on the asphalt. Oh my god. What up, Holiepa? How you doing, bro? Yeah, there was a battle in which Deadman got really screwed over by one of the spellcasters that were aligned with evil Superman. And just before he was able to pass on to the next life, he entreats the god that was keeping him as Deadman to pass his powers on to a worthy successor. And since Dick was dead, they passed the powers of Deadman on to Dick Grayson. But that also meant that the original Deadman had to pass on. Happy New Year, Holiepa. Good to see you, bro. But yeah, that's what happened to the original Deadman, is that he kind of got replaced by Dick Grayson. Off the top of my head, I know it was because of like a magical battle between one of the spellcasters aligned with evil Superman. Yeah, we're talking about DC right now. And also, how long it's been since I actually did anything comic related. Because like I was telling Ayacat, the last time I did any kind of like comic reading or like comic book related stuff was 5 years ago. and then I sort of fell off, and I didn't retain a lot of my old information. But I've been sharing what I know. Whatever's left in the data repository, so what, as it were. But yeah, at least in Injustice, that's what happens to Dead Man. Goes down if Batman needs coffee and John Constantine is sober. Yeah. That whole arc of Injustice was so weird. Because if I recall correctly, in that whole arc, they end up fighting this like messed up version of the Outsider and some other guy in a pocket dimension, and they also get Trigon involved. So both Batman's coalition of like underground superheroes versus evil Superman end up fighting in like a pocket dimension, and then it turns out one of the characters was Mr. Mxyzptlk. They have to like shunt the battle into another dimension, otherwise it threatens to destroy all of reality. That whole arc was so weird. But we did get to see Dr. Fate flex a lot, so I suppose that's not all terrible. And every time I see Mr. Mxyzptlk, it always ends up getting weird. I also just like saying his name, Mr. Mxyzptlk. It's one of the stranger, quirky things. All you need to know about Mr. Mxyzptlk is that he has a funny name, and he usually ends up appearing when a high-level extra-dimensional threat happens, whether it's him or something else. And he's usually the MacGuffin who either messes everything up or makes things more interesting. And also his name is fun to say. Mr. Mxyzptlk. Although, in Injustice, at least, he's kind of like this weird, like, mischievous, extra-dimensional sprite who pretends to be God's vengeance, or like Angel of Vengeance for a little bit. And then he ends up like starting beef with the Outsider. It's weird. This dude sounds cool. He kind of is. He can either be really annoying or really cool depending on who's writing for him. And in Injustice, he's kind of like both. Yeah, he's basically like a character they use as toon logic to do things. That's a good description. Yeah. He has a certain level of like charm to him too. Although I think one of the weirdest characters that I've ever read about, and this has nothing to do with Injustice or anything really, and I think he's DC, is that there was a character who had a costume of nothing but like multicolored spots on him. And then depending on which spot he pulls off of his costume, he ends up like using a, yeah, polka dot man. Because, like, depending on which one of the colored dots that he pulls off of his costume, he can do, like, a different power. It's so weird. But I really like some of the more jokey heroes kind of like that. Like Plastic Man. Spot a Spider-Man villain that creates wormholes. I was thinking more Polka Dot Man. But I do know about the Spot. He's weird too. Let's see. Gonna do one more mission and then I think I'm gonna have to call it because I have to wake up early for work in the morning. Shame, but Kyoho wa sensou da. Not really. I didn't even say the quote right. I was doing like the Gundam quote of "It sucks, but this is war, but that's war." But yeah, I think I was more referring to Polka Dot Man. We'll pester you more the next time with DC next time because I need to know more. Yeah, and I'll try to catch up with the best reason to be in Justice games had Lobo. He's a mercenary on Earth and is a lot of bounties to catch. Yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah. Lobo is quite something. That's all I'll say about that. He is quite something. I do like how he's a... I do basically love how he's just the writer's way of saying, yeah, we don't really care. We just wanted to make something cool. That being said, new Lobo is bad. OG Lobo and animated series Lobo is incredible. Yep. Heaven doesn't want him and hell won't take him. One of the coolest characters, man. And he also created a hilarious insult. He's the only one I have ever heard use the word bastich and it be not stupid. Oh my god, Kite is rating with 8. Hello everybody. How you doing? How y'all doing? You join a goofy robot talking about DC and Injustice while I do more catch-up. What up, man? New Lobo was killed by old Lobo because there's only one Lobo, and that's canon. Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Oh, I love that. That's so funny. How you doing, Kite? How you doing, everybody? How you... Happy New Year. Well, I guess yesterday was New Year, but Happy New Year anyway. Happy late New Year. Yeah. Still new to me. That's fair. We're only 2 days in. All right. DC info overload. Oh boy. So now I got to catch up on Yu-Gi-Oh and now I got to catch up on DC. Feel like I have homework to do like I'm in uni again. Oh my god. Yes, we need to go look at this textbook. You have to bounce to get sleep. That's going to be me after this mission too, Kite. So thank you, dude. Good night. Thanks for the raid. Glad to stop by and say hi. Heck yeah, dude. Thanks. Thank you for the raid. If y'all don't know Kite McRae, man's a legend. The man, the myth, the legend. More super than any hero. And, yeah. Check him out. Dude is amazing. Whew. Aw. Nah, I'm at least a B. I'm at least a like B level pull on a gotcha at most. Universal Superman, the galactic size robot in the form of Superman. Oh my god. Unfortunately, I know that. Bite and kite. I don't think that was an intentional rhyme, and I'm sad I didn't think of that, but hi DC info. Hi cuz DC info. Other stuff it was. Heck yeah. Nah. One day I'd like to be an SSR pull in the gotcha of VTubers, but I think I'm like a D pull, like a D rank pull. I'm like the no, I'm the pull in the gotcha game where it's like I'm like the one that I'm like the reliable pull that you get where it's like, yep, we can upgrade him all the way, but as soon as we get a better hero, we're going with him. I'd like to be SSR one day, though. Bite with all your might. You know what? If I was in a fighting game, that would be one of my attacks. Bite with all my might. Sounds like a tokusatsu attack. I can dig it. Oh, the Musha Gundam didn't suffer damage. That's sad. Get him! Oh my god. Holy balls. Alright, but yeah. Have a good night, Kite. Thank you for the raid. Sorry for the awkward silence. My voice box kind of did a weird. Oh man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Comics. I wonder what my next assignment's gonna be. Not really. Alright, let's see. Start smacking the Mary Sue around. I love how me practicing how to do melee combos has me claw gripping my controller right now. Opinion on the comedian. He isn't very funny. Not really. I'm sorry, that was the lamest joke I could possibly have ever made. I mean, jokes aside, he's not a terrible villain. He's kind of like one of the more interesting D-listers, though. Oh man, I'm lame. I'm sorry. Dear God. The comedian think is a joke. He was supposed to be, yeah. Oh man. That was a lame joke. I'm sorry. He isn't a good character, but for some reason I kind of like him right now. Yeah. Oh man. I made myself laugh way too hard with that stupid joke. Alright, let's see. Not really. I mean, there's a very niche group of people back as far as I can remember who liked the comedian, but I was never really a big fan. He's got some interesting points to him, but I don't know. But yeah, I think today was really awesome, really productive. Got to have some fun. Rorschach at Night Owl is better. I agree. So, yeah, I think this is going to be where I cut off because I gotta go to work pretty early in the morning. Got some gunpla done tonight. We had a good time talking about DC. I now have some homework to do for the first time since I left uni. But yeah. Uh-oh. What am I doing? There we go. Oh, I appreciate the raid from Kite, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. And I had a lot of fun with y'all tonight. So, Happy New Year, everybody. All the raiders, I salute you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Check out Kite McRae. Man's an SSR pull on the Twitch scene, in my opinion. This has been Bite the Robot. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Follow me on Twitter if you want. Check this out. Check out my VODs. Those are also things. And keep an eye out because I got some stuff in the pipeline for 2025. But other than that, I have been Bite. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, y'all. Do something beautiful and amazing for yourselves today. Like a wonderful snack or beverage. Something like that. I don't know. Good night, y'all.